guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the look that I'm going to be doing today. It's a smoky eye. It's a very simple smoky eye. A lot of people think sometimes smoky eyes are very difficult to do, but in my opinion, I think they're the easiest thing to do. I'm going to be doing this look right here. I guess it's not the smokiest eye that you could possibly get, but it's smoky. It's a smoky type of eye that you could wear to work or even maybe during the day, depending on the event that you're going to. And the product that I used actually was the Maybelline Nudes palette. So it's a pretty affordable product. All the other products that I used were just, you know, mixed and match here and there, but we're going to focus mostly on the eyes today. We're not going to do anything with the skin. I'll let you know later on what I used on my skin, but we're going to do just the eyes. So if you're interested in knowing how to get this look, stay tuned and keep watching. Okay guys, so we're ready to get started. As you can see, I have my smoky eye on one side and I have a bare canvas on the other side. I have already gone ahead and applied my Pro Longwear paint pot in soft ochre. Okay, I like applying that all over the lid, and then I also like applying a little bit underneath here too. Only if I'm going to be doing a smoky eye, I feel like it kind of holds on to it a little better, the dark colors. So that's like a little tip that I like giving out. So let's get started. Like I mentioned before, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Nudes palette. This is actually a pretty good palette for being a drugstore palette. The colors are pretty pigmented. For example, the black that I will be using is pretty pigmented, I think. I mean, like I said, it's drugstore, so I think it's pretty good. So I'm going to be using actually 4 brushes. Three and a half, because one of them I don't use as much, but I'm going to be using this Eco Tools brush, and it's just like a flat top shader brush, or just flat shader brush, not flat top, just flat shader brush. I like this because it packs on color really well, so we're going to go ahead and get started with that. Now when I'm rubbing in when I'm rubbing this into the shadow, I don't, you know, brush it like this. I like patting it in there and then patting off the excess. And what I'm gonna do is, this sometimes looks really messy, but don't worry if you're doing this and it's starting to look messy, because, you know, the point of a smoky eye is for you to have dark, a lot of dark, and you can always clean up later. I already have my foundation on right now. In this case, I have my foundation on because I had already done my makeup earlier today, and then I decided, okay, let's do a smoky eye tutorial. But when I do a smoky eye like this, what I like doing is my smoky eye first, and then I do the rest of my makeup. So see how I don't really have a perfect, you know, line right here? It's just jaggedy and just messy. It's okay. It does not matter if that is what it looks like, because we're going to blend that all out. Now when I get to the inside corner, to the inner tear duct here, I don't like packing on the dark color onto there. I like kind of just turning the brush and not taking any more color from the palette, but just kind of like patting on whatever I still have on the brush in there. So that's what I do there. I'm going to take another mirror to look at. There's no mirror. It's the downside on this palette. There's no mirror on there. Okay, so we're just going to keep on packing until you feel like it's nice and dark. And then here in the corner, what I like to do is just turn the brush and kind of do like upward sweeping motions, kind of like so I can create a V, but I don't want like a pronounced V, as you can see right here. I don't really want a pronounced V, so it doesn't matter if I get a pronounced V or not. A really, you know, sharp V. I just want to pull that color up a little bit. So see how it's a little bit, there's a little bit, it comes out, but it's not really perfect or anything. So that's what I want. Now, once we're done with that, we're gonna go in with a clean brush, a clean fluffy brush. And this one is in particular is the MAC 224. Gonna make sure that it's nice and clean. And we're gonna go ahead and blend all of this out. So you're just gonna go in there in the crease where you have these jaggedy lines, and you're gonna do windshield wiper motions, and kind of like in a circular motion at the same time. And you see how that kind of gets rid of, like a little fuzz, there we go. It kind of gets rid of the line. So now you don't really see, you know, that jaggedy line. If you look at this one, you know, you don't see a jaggedy line. So you keep doing that until you feel like it's blended pretty well. And here in the corner, what you want to do is you don't want to do windshield wiper motions because you don't want to pull it further down, further than it already is. So here you're going to actually do this way. You're going to go up. Okay? Once we're done doing that, and you want to go all the way into the corner to the tear duct and out, okay? Once we're done doing that, I'm going to go in, and that was, the first color was the very dark color. I don't think there's names on here, but it's the darkest color that's in the palette, this color right here. So now that we're done doing that, I'm going to go in with this color right in here, and I'm going to take this Sonia Kashuk brush. It's almost like the MAC brush that I just used. It's just not, it's a little fluffier. It's a dome brush, but let me show you the difference. See, it's a little fatter, so it's a little fluffier. We're going to go in with that color right in your crease. And we're almost going to do like, we're going to go over that black color, and we're going to go over our lid. In between our lid, our crease, and our brow bone. So we're smack dab in the middle. Okay, it looks kind of like I'm doing the lid, but I'm not if you pay attention. See how the actual tip of the brush is in my crease? Okay, so what we're doing is blending those colors together so that you don't really have a line of demarcation of where the dark color stops, the black color stops, and this newer color begins. Okay, so now once we're done doing that, I'm going to go ahead and take the dark color that was next to that color that we just used, so this one. And I am going in with the MAC, this brush is sold, I don't need, it's rubbed off, 217 with the MAC. I'm not even going to show you because the color, the number is brushed off, but the 217. And we're just going to dab it in a little bit, like just dab. And I'm going to go in my crease just to intensify my crease a tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Now, we're done with that. We're going to go back in with a clean 224 MAC brush. So the same brush that we used to go ahead and blend out that line in the middle, we're going to go back with that brush, and we're going to take this almost flesh tone color right here. It doesn't really have shimmer to it. It's pretty matte, this color right here. We're going to dab it in there, and we're going to apply that not all the way to the brow bone, like almost all the way up, but we don't want it to be our highlight color. We're going to be applying a little bit on the brush so that we can have it in between the dark color, the second dark color that we applied, and our brow bone, so in between the two. Again, this is just so that you have a nice gradient effect. Okay? Once we're done with that, we are going to go back in with the 217, a clean 217, and we're going to go ahead and highlight our brow bone. Now, when we highlight the brow bone, I feel like when you're doing a smoky eye like this, you shouldn't really, in my opinion, I don't like highlighting my brow bone too much because I feel like I already have dark and my skin is light. So I don't like doing something too shiny or just too much. But we're going to go in with this color. It looks pretty sparkly and pretty white, but we're going to go in with this color. It doesn't have too much color in it when you apply it, so it's okay. We're going to go in with that color. We're just going to go into our brow bone. Okay, and we're going to go a little further in instead of just doing it over here to the side. And you may see that you may get some fallout on your lid. Like I have a little sparkle there. Just take that first brush that you use to pack on the color and kind of brush that off. So, I mean, the smoky eye itself is pretty much done. I mean, now all we have to do is our concealer, our eyeliner, and whatnot. But I'll go ahead and quickly do that and show you guys. What I used for my concealer is the Age Rewind. I need to get a new one. You can't even like read this, but it's the Age Rewind concealer in Neutralizer. And I'm gonna go in there with a beauty blender and just pat it. I'm not gonna go like too crazy with highlighting or anything like that, just because I feel like this isn't a crazy smoky eye. And with the tip of the beauty blender, we're gonna go ahead and soften up and sharpen up this side, okay, to make it nice and clean. Now once we're done with that, I'm going to go in with L'Oreal's Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner. And this is the very dark color that they have. I think it's the darkest color that they have. Yeah, Black Noir. And we're going to line the bottom of our eyelid. Line our lower lid. And what I like to do, I'm going to do liquid eyeliner on the top, but what I like to do is actually line my top lid, because I'm the worst at doing liquid eyeliner on myself. So I like applying a liner, so I kind of have like a guideline to go by. And what I like to do is also bring it out a little bit, so that I have a guideline when I'm doing my liquid liner. Now what I like to do is, again, we're only using our free brushes. I'm going to go in with that brush that we used to pack on the black color. And I'm going to do like a sweeping motion to create like a wing. Then if I feel like that wing is a little bit too far out, I'll just go back in there with the beauty blender and soften it up. Okay? And if the beauty blender isn't enough sometimes, I go in there with just like a regular sponge and soften it up. Okay. Now, we're going to go in there and do the liquid liner. Liquid liner, I am using the Kat Von D, again, this is like, so you can't see anything, but the Kat Von D tattoo liner, I think it's called. Yeah, tattoo liner. This thing is amazing. I love it. I love the tip of it. It's just perfect. I used to hate doing my liquid liner until I found this thing. Still not a pro at doing my own liquid liner, but I feel like this helps tremendously. It is getting a little old, so I have to kind of like warm it up on my hand in order to get more product to come out. And just check the two sides, make sure that we're even. Sometimes I like going in there with the beauty blender and kind of like fixing those edges and making sure that they're okay. I'm going to touch this side up a little bit, just because this new side I did looks so fresh. Okay. There we go. So that's pretty much it. The last step is I like going in there with, again, the brush that we packed the dark color on and kind of just smoking out the bottom lash line. And this is optional. You can go ahead and take that liner and line the waterline to really smoke it out. And you could do the top liner, the top lash line too. Or you could just leave it be. And then we do our mascara. You could also do falsies if you want. That'll really glam up this look and, you know, make your eyes pop out, stand out even more. But we're just gonna do your traditional mascara today. Mascara on the top and mascara on the bottom. Okay, now to go ahead and just touch up the bottom of my eye, going in there with a Morphe brush M320. It's like a domed brush, and I'm dipping it into my MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in medium tan, and just going there underneath my eyes just to make sure that I set that concealer that I put on. Okay, and there you have it. You have a smoky eye, very quick, very easy, no stress, and very simple. Now the products that I used on my skin were, I primed my skin with the Professional. My foundation was the Pro Longwear. My color is NC37. I did a little bit of contouring with actually the Revlon Photo Ready. I've been in love with this lately, but the Revlon Photo Ready. And it comes with this little brush that's, you know, perfect for getting in there and contouring. The rest of my skin, to set my foundation, I did the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Medium Tan, same thing that I used underneath my eyes. The lipstick I have on is MAC Faux, and I have it, this is so old, I have it with this Sephora lip gloss on top in the color Sweet Orange. That's what that looks like. And my blush that I used today was MAC's Pinch Me. This is very pigmented. You gotta be careful with it. Very careful. For the mascara, I used L'Oreal's Voluminous, favorite mascara. And for my eyebrows today, I did not use Anastasia Beverly Hills. I actually used something that I saw a YouTuber mention she liked, and she mentioned that it was very similar to, what's going on with this focus? She mentioned it was very similar to the one of the Anastasia brow, I think it was one of her brow. It wasn't the brow, it was a different brow pencil. But it is called Brow Stylist Designer. It's like rubbed off, and it's L'Oreal, by L'Oreal, and it just looks like this. There's a little spoolie on one end and, you know, the pencil on the other end. So that's that. Here's the look again, a little bit closer. As you can see, it's pretty simple. It's really foolproof. So there you have it. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, like the video, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you again for watching, and have a great one. I need your love, I need your time when everything's wrong.